Beautiful black woman sitting at the garden's edge, nestled in a corner, guarded by the shade of the bush's hedge. In your chair, watching out as the children play, remembering now just a memory of how you were back in that day. Traditional and conservative, no time for change, for you were the black woman that knew the meaning of her name. School, home, chores, and sleep, chores, home, and education. No time for rest now, girl. Get out there and make that proclamation. You have achieved a degree of your own. You enjoy the goodness of company, but are not afraid of alone. You enjoy the lasting of love's touch, but do not need to lean on the bridge that someone else built to support your home. That man that left you barefoot and pregnant after making you his wife, then came back broken and confused from that cold bitterness called life, shocked in his soul when he saw you alone, taking care of that baby with no help of his own. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. They say men only cry in the dark. They say. But when that man came back, only God foresaw that day. That was the day I questioned, who are they? As I stand there searching for some unknown answer, I pray, Lord Jesus, touch his soul and every bone in my body, 'cause he just came in with a man's audacity after being gone so long without so much as a phone call, and thinks I'll take him back because I once mouthed the words I love you and agreed to join him in making one flesh out of two. Oh, he cried and he pleaded for me to take him back. And despite everything, I wanted to do just that. And when the words reached my mouth, I remembered my training and the meaning of my name. I'm a strong woman, and I'm black. Every arm in my head sounded, every muscle in my body tensed, but I held my head up high and I said, I can't do that. You walked out of here without hesitation before. I haven't changed a lock or a hinge on that door. It'll hit you now like it hit you then. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Beautiful, strong black woman, sitting, waiting, watching in the garden as the children play, planted in her chair, in her spot, never changing her stay. Feet as strong as steel, rooted in dirt to keep her standing. The bark of life in her legs, torso, and arms, her mere presence demanding respect. And your every word, thought, and movement, the very glance of her demands for you to straighten up and show improvement. Her hands has transformed to his hands to go and bring home the bacon, and back to her hands to fry it in that pan, her hands that rock that child to sleep, her hands that clean the dirt off his feet, her hands that pays every bill in her home, her hands that bought everything she owns. Her mind is enclosed in a humble nutshell, but on a pedestal it deserves to stand, for she is that black woman undefeated by that black man. Her wisdom branches off exceeding ordinary thoughts, leaving the dust of her concerns on the face of misunderstood, for she was in the background underneath her manhood, unashamed of her glory but held down by the fear of perfection, 'cause if she took the lead, women would follow like an infection. No longer enclosed, strong-minded enough not to need protection. Man stands on the hands of his one man, because when he looks at her, he sees a reversal reflection. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Beautiful black woman sitting at the garden's edge, nestled in the corner, guarded by the shade of the bush's hedge. In your chair, sternly watching out as the children play, remembering now just the memory of how you were back in that day. Guide them, love them, teach them, and send them on their way.